What's up, guys? It's Angel here with another channel message for you today. It's interesting that I'm at work, and I'm like, oh, I'm at work. But anyway, just to kind of talk about where some of you guys are at. Like, as I spoke about yesterday, some of you guys are in an upgrade, doing DNA upgrade. So something that would be vital and important for you to do is start with what I like to call the calcination process, which is an alchemy, which came about the 19th century, 19th, 20th century. And what I mean by calcination, so all your shadow work, all your fear, all your beliefs are going to start to surface. All your emotions are going to start to surface. And naturally, ego will want to protect you and have you kind of push that information back, submerge that information, and not even think about nor deal with those emotions. But essentially, you have to deal with those emotions, because something about fear is that fear does not go away. Beliefs do not go away. They only come back stronger, and they get worse, as I like to say, but to lack a better word. So something you could start doing is what I like to call the calcination process. And what I mean by that, this is the first step in alchemy. This is where you're taking your tin and you're beginning a process of changing it to gold. So you want to deal with those. So something I like to do is give ego a voice. I like to hear what ego has to say. And then the second thing I like to do is ask, what am I to learn from this? What am I to see from this? How am I to grow from this? And a lot of times you'll realize that that situation that seems hard or difficult or frustrating, there's something in there for you to learn. It might be something to help you grow it. It might be something just as simple as, this does not serve me. This is not for me. So you're going to take that emotion and almost calcify it, make it hard to get ready to go into the distillation process. And this is beginning taking your tin and purifying it, and essentially purifying yourself and turning it to gold. The process begins. So step one is calcination. So when you're frustrated, and you're like, why am I frustrated? Why did this bother me? A lot of times it's something so small. Something we have to realize is that a lot of our beliefs start when we're born. And I like to use this analogy all the time. So when we're born, first thing we're saying is, we're taught to say mama, 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 mama. That's what they want you to say first. That begins the part of beliefs. That starts the part of basically putting us in the matrix. That's the start. That's the beginning of the part of life where you're taught how to walk, think, what to eat, what to drink. And what I mean by that, so think about it. If you're growing up, a lot of us grew up, when we went to the dinner table to eat, we were told to eat everything on your plate because you have to. So what that does is, that's a belief that anytime or something else I like to use is, you can't have a drink until you finish all your food. Or you can't, those are simple things. So what I like to say is, those are beliefs. If you don't like something, then you just don't like it. If you don't want to eat it, you don't eat it. You know what I mean? So, but naturally, we have put ourselves in a position where if we don't like it, we're going to eat it anyway. Or we feel like every time we eat, we could be full. We have to clean our plate because we were conditioned to believe that. That was a belief that was instilled in us, but essentially we don't. So naturally, you have to find what works for you and what doesn't. That's one thing. And another analogy, just to give you another example, is, maybe you went to a shoe store with a friend and you see a pair of shoes and you're like, man, I love these shoes. And that friend is like, oh, those are ugly. And then you naturally go, you know what? You're right. These shoes are not even cute. And you put them back on the shelf, but you could be out with your friend eating lunch and see somebody with these shoes on. And you could say, man, those shoes are ugly. But essentially the shoes are not ugly. You just took on the belief of the person with you. So that's how belief works. So we have to start back diving into the little things that are keeping us in a matter of the matrix, as I like to say. And you don't even realize some of these beliefs are so small, they're so little, but they affect you in big ways. It's always the little things that affect you in big ways, because it could be someone laughing loud and you could be like, why are you laughing so loud? But they're just expressing their soul, they're expressing their love. But naturally, growing up, you were probably told not to laugh so loud or not to laugh loud. So naturally, now when somebody else does it, it irritates you. But those are things. So now we have to take those beliefs and start calcifying them and realize that they don't serve us, that they were not for our higher good, because our soul loves laughter. Our soul loves to laugh loud. It loves to be free. Essentially, we want to go back to that childlike state and remember who we are and be free like that child in which we were free. So remember, we're going to start the process of calcination. Step one, calcination. And I am a channel in intuition. If you have any questions, let me know. For deep readings, there is always an exchange of energy. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Namaste, and remember that you are the light that shines in you.